Welcome to Let's Start a Business, where ambition meets action. Hosted by Megan McDonell, this show brings real stories and strategic insights from founders and entrepreneurs building from the ground up. This is Let's Start a Business.
Thank you, everyone, for joining MEG'S Efficiency, the Founders Series. Today we have Shivam is the founder behind PMW, explainGitHub, and now RepoFlicks. He's done it all before turning 25. Shivam, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being a guest on MEG'S Efficiency Edge. What's something about you that your LinkedIn profile doesn't show that you'd like our audience to kind of get to know you?
Yeah, so firstly, thanks for this session, for this podcast, and considering me for this session. So thank you so much for that. Secondary, my LinkedIn profile has not so much information. I only have shared the information which is quite I have achieved mostly. I haven't shared anything related to my failures or my learnings mostly.
Mhm.
Okay. So I have received like multiple opportunities to join as a partner in some companies, and also got a warning from some clients that they will sue me for my work or the payment system sometimes. I haven't shared that all on my LinkedIn profile. But I think if I should have shared that it would have helped other people also, that what they should not have done and what they should have done. And I might have more connections, or might have got some more opportunities related to the partnerships, or getting some mentorship, or like asking me to give some mentorship on the startups or on a business or like product development. Mostly I focus currently on the product development part, but previously it was all about like setting up a business, how to just earn some money. And so currently I have earned not a lot of money, but I have earned enough money to have people to work on my products. So mostly all my products have been built alone by me right now. But to add some more features, there should be someone professional to handle that, how the features should be added, how to scale it, how to optimize it. I have all the mappings. I just need someone to do all the things, and they are just doing it. Yeah.
So your journey kind of started back in 2020. Can you take us back to when you started, and I guess even before your business started, what was that drive? What made you want to start a business?
Right. So in 2020, the COVID happened, and everything was down. Everyone was at their home, and my focus was to. So from my childhood, I love to teach, not at professional level, but like to give some guidance. So I mentored for career, for personal life also, to my friends. Like, you should do this, you should talk like this. So I mentored that. In COVID, I started learning Python, and I didn't know much about Python. I learned my Python in school also, but I didn't know what to do with this Python. I didn't know what opportunities. Then I started. So my first search was highest paid opportunities if I'm learning Python. And first thing I got was the data scientist. And then I thought that I should learn and how to be data scientist. And then I deeply researched about it, and I understood that data scientist is not an easy thing. Okay, I think most of the people who use their tags as a data scientist, they have not covered all the things a data scientist should have. Okay, and there are some people only, I think few people only, who are actually data scientists. Others are just as a researcher in data science, or learning data science, or aspirants of data science, I can say, but they are not a fully data scientist. So then I got the part of the machine learning, AI, and everything. I started with a course. I bought my first course, and that was my last course. I haven't bought any course till now, and haven't given any time to the courses, because after that course I understood that courses are just, I can say, a bullshit. You should mostly focus on the articles and what the professionals are talking about mostly. Okay, the YouTube community and the courses, they mostly focus on the business part only. They just want the course to be so much longer, and so much longer. There should be a person who should be a known person, so they can just make the course more costly. But when you go with that course in the deeper manner, you will understand that it is not giving you any earnings, I can say, or any opportunity. It is just giving you an overview that this is the thing, and you will not understand how to apply it. They will just give example that this should be applied there, but in real life, in business manner, I can say, you will not get that point. So for to understand that, mostly I can say intellectual or the CEO or CTOs, they mostly focus on writing the articles. You will see mostly the Google CEO or the Amazon CEO or the Bezos also, Bill Gates also. They mostly post articles only. Bill Gates share the newsletter every day, every weekly. I read that. So I understood that they mostly write it, right? And they're writing that directly their thoughts. When you make a course, firstly you have to make an outline. You have to understand what should be the second thing, what should be the third part, like that. You have to make a structure,
Yep.
right? And when you make the things very formal, you lose the roughness. You lose the, I can say, the real things in between that formalities, right? So if you are meeting in any party and we're just so much formal, I might not share you about myself, how I feel or how I actually think, and that applies to you also. But if you're talking just like friends and sharing everything, then you don't know if we can be a partner also in the company. You will understand that, yeah, we are matching our vibe, and yeah, let's start a business. But if we are so much formal, we both know that we are just pretending that we like each other, yeah, everything is good. But we don't know, we know that, yeah, we are just pretending. But when we really talk about it, we will just like, yeah, there is so much difference, we cannot talk together or be a partner. So yeah, let's come to the main topic. This is after 2020. So yeah, I started learning. I bought the course, and so in that course also, I was not earning that time, and I don't want my parents to pay for the particular, because I didn't know if that course is quite good or not. Okay. So after that, I understood that there was two options to buy the course. There was a live, and they will give me the recordings of that live lectures. So my thought was that I just want to learn, so let's just buy the recordings. Okay, I learned everything from the recordings only. In the recording, there was a teacher, that is, I can say, mentor, Akif Ahmed, who is a machine learning engineer. He was in Mercedes-Benz also, where his experience was. And in that recording, he shared his number and the LinkedIn profile. I got that. I DM'd him unconnected on LinkedIn. I DM'd him on WhatsApp. He's still connected. Like, it's been like 4 to 5 years, and he still talks to me sometimes. And I think that person was the guy who gave me a glimpse about the machine learning, about the AI, and given me like an interest that, yeah, this is quite a cool thing. You can do so much with this machine learning and AI and neural network, everything. And then I started applying. I was not graduated. I was just in college, like, so it was first year, and I was just applying. And people were, the employers, the companies were saying that you have not graduated, or either you don't have the skills. Okay. In December, I think, or in March 2021, I started hiring, because I understood that there are more people like me also who might be applying and they didn't know what to do with these things. Then I hired around like 6 unpaid interns. It was all from master's degree. They have some experience also, but they didn't know that I'm just a college grad who is still not graduated. I was not sharing my anything. I was just sharing the vision that this is the company, and it was not registered. It was just a YouTube channel. I was sharing everything on the YouTube, or the teachings about the mentorship and the Python courses, teaching on the Google Meet also sometimes for students, for school students, and taking some mentorship classes also for the professionals to help them achieve their job or trying for a business. So I was just mentoring them. And that time there was not ChatGPT. So if someone on LinkedIn asking me, hey, I think you know Python, hey, I think you know data science, can you help me understand this? Which I didn't know. So I will just take that question, go to Google, read some articles, and share the same thing in my own exact words. And he thinks that I know a lot of things. Because of that question, I have learned a lot of things. From these 5 years, I've understood that you should have the context awareness. Okay. So if we are talking about a topic, or like we are 3 people and we're talking about something, and you said something, okay, and I just got some glimpse. I understood, okay, she's talking about I can say ChatGPT, okay. Later on, I got some idea about I got the context that there is some chat GPT thing who can answer my all questions. Later on, I can just highlight that in my class. Hey, there is something new chat GPT. You should try that. And they all will think that, yeah, Shivam has so much idea about the AI and machine learning. He knows a lot about, which I don't know. I just have got that particular context that chat GPT is something. I didn't research. I didn't know anything.
So it wasn't,
But
so it was, so you didn't have all your ducks in a row. You kind of, you took the chance and kind of stepped out
yeah,
and got yourself out there. I mean, even though you didn't have that, you had the vision, but you didn't have everything, like not all the stars aligned. You just kind of ran with
yeah,
it. That's awesome.
yeah, right. So it was just like joining the dots. I was getting the dots and connecting with other dots, and people are thinking that, yeah, Shivam knows a lot of things, but he actually don't know much. For that time, right now I know so much, but at that time I was just like, I can say, what is that exact word? Just showing that I know a lot of things, that people will give me the opportunities, but I didn't know that. And yeah, so once I hired all the six people, all six interns, I was just sharing the basic things. Hey, just make a website. Hey, just make a article about the PWM. Hey, just write anything. And they were like college grads. They were like, okay, we are working in a company, so we have to do all this. But there were two master students also,
Mhm.
okay, who were good in data science, who are professionally very good. And they messaged me, hey Shivam, I think this is not working out, and I'm not getting what you are trying to do. Okay. So I just discussed with, I accepted that, hey, I didn't know much. So yeah, help me what we should make. So we sat together and I got the idea that let's make a chatbot. Okay. For the Python students. So I have some students, I have the community at that time. So yeah, for the community part, I created a WhatsApp group on Telegram group.
Yeah.
So at that time, I had around like 300, 400 students, including professionals also.
So, so you started with something, found out that it wasn't quite working, and then collaborated with your team and kind of pivot to the next thing. Is kind of
Yeah,
you went, it sounds like.
right. I think I pivoted a lot in this like 5 years. I think this year I have decided that this is the thing, this is the whole structure of the company, and this is what I will do. Before that, it was like, hey, this is not working, let's move to next thing. Hey, this is not working, let's move to next thing. And sometimes it was like, let's just stop it and shut down PWM. Just going to apply for the job, and just the goal is to earn money. So then why to worry about the PWM or any business? If you want to earn, you can just get a job, right? But after a while, if I have invested around like 3 years, and I think PWM has given me a lot of opportunities. I have mentored students. I have got some job also, contract basis, or some clients also, because they have seen that, hey, Shivam has made something called as PWM. He has mentored a lot of students, and he has made some products also, which might have failed, but he has done it.
Yeah.
So that has shown that Shivam has that capability, that he might not be he might don't have that particular knowledge, but he is sure that he will surely do it by learning everything, by feeling and learning everything.
So let's just take a step back. So before you started your businesses, what if you hadn't made that decision? Where do you think you'd be? Do you think you'd be a completely different person than you are now? Because you've learned so much in this journey
Yeah.
you've built for yourself.
So you're mostly asking about like how it pivoted to the business part.
Well, what if you hadn't pivot? What if you had just gone the
Okay.
traditional route? How do you think your life would have turned
I
out?
I think if I didn't have pivoted at that time, uh, I would be a more better person at that time. Or maybe opposite also, because so there were two things. So the business was, I'll just give you a simple glimpse about the business. At that time, my business was to create some course, okay, on the Python data science, which at that time it was not so much popular. It was popular at some places, but mostly not in India. People didn't know about AI and ML everything. So my thought, just I will create a course. So if the course is around like 1,000 rupees, okay, you will buy the course, and after once you complete the course, you will have to give an exam. Okay, if you score 80%, you will get your 80% refund instantly. Okay, So that was my plan, and I thought that this will be the greatest course pipeline I can say,
Yeah.
because people surely buy it and try for it, and they will also learn the skills also at that. Because the question I decided was like the real life only, how you will implement this particular algorithm at this place. So they will have to go through everything. They will have to learn the lectures also. So my plan was that 6 months will be the course availability. If you want to increase it, you have to pay again. So if they want to learn, they have to pay again. So I'll be getting the revenue. But my issue was that I have planned a lot of things that I didn't apply anything. I created a video that yeah, we are starting this particular method of selling. Like we are creating courses. This will help you. This will help you mentorship and everything. But for that, I was just I can say uh, I was being lazy. I can say because I have to plan, I have to record, and I have recorded a lot of things. Secondly, at the same time, there was a client from I think US. Okay, so he was a student. He was a working professional, and he wanted someone to handle his all Python projects so he can work professionally. But also he was learning Python in a college, so he wants someone to handle the projects and do it. So I was earning from that time from him. So my focus was that, hey, I'm earning here. Why to give the time here to YouTube? Because I have to record around like 100 hours of courses or like 30 hours of courses at that time. And I was all alone. So I just pivoted to let's go for the client side and work as a freelancer. That was my mistake sometimes, I think. And my plan is also to implement in the future. But for that, I need to have the mentors and do the recordings and have a studio like simply have a team to manage all the courses if I want to include the professionals currently. If you are focusing for the educational purpose for the college grads, I think you won't get because it is totally at a saturation point. Okay, there are thousands of courses on YouTube, thousands of courses on Udemy, and it is so much cheaper also, so you don't have that opportunity. But if you're making the courses for the professionals who are working in a company, in a tech company, and because there are a lot of layoffs right now, you can see that in Microsoft layoff and like IBM layoff also. So if you are creating a course for the professional, and if you're guaranteeing that yeah, if you get this course, you will get this opportunity or you will upscale yourself, then they will surely buy it and you will get the revenue. Secondly, you will get the tag also that our students have joined this company and this company and this company. So, and most companies' courses are mostly focused on the college grades only. And the companies who are focused on the professional courses also, it is not that much of high level because they are like just give a glimpse and they will search about because they are a job professional. They don't have that so much of time. So they'll just pay it and do the learnings and do the overview. But in the real thing, they have to go in deeper to upskill themselves in the current AI market and tech market. Yeah.
Okay. So your free classes reach students in Ghana. You even got invited to
Yeah.
speak at the university. What did that
Yeah.
moment mean to you? How did it, I mean, that's a huge thing. That's a huge experience. What came out of that for you?
Yeah, and just to add, I have received the same thing again from any other city from the same Ghana, I think Africa only. And they are calling. So there is a company there who are trying to. So in Africa, you don't see so much of internet connection, fast internet connections, and the education and the skilling also. So they are trying to create a course, offline courses system where they will teach the students and everything. So they are calling me to be a partner to understand how the course should be and what should be the way to teach the students and how can I mentor them online also. So that is the current in process. Yeah. But that time, uh, I had the group of on WhatsApp, right? And there were students from UK, US, and Australia, and like Africa also. And I always has mentioned that if you guys have any issue, just ping me personally or in the group. Okay. So one of the students pinged me that hey, we are a group of students in our college and we didn't know how to start Python and everything. Okay. Okay. Then I said, okay, that's fine, I can do it. And I decided for the 3 months free course. My focus at that time was to just teach, and it was in a good faith. because they didn't have that much of, I can say, resources to help them understand Python and all like new techs and internet also. But it was highlighted in the university that there is a Shivam Maurya, there is a PWM who is trying to teach the students. So one of the, I can say, the professor pinged me on WhatsApp that, hey Shivam, you are doing good thing. Yeah, let's just do things. You are doing good. And then he asked me lastly, hey, can you partner with us? Can I be a partner with you? And then you will have a hoarding here, and you will have an offline classes set up here with our name only. And I was like, yeah, that will not work because you are using my name and with your name. And then he asked me to give 51% equity. And I was really shocked because at that time my company was not registered. I was working alone that time. But the whole internet, I can say, my all people are thinking that Shivam Maurya and PWM is a big company, big tech company, educational company, who is trying to teach and who is trying to mentor. And there are a lot of people because they have mentioned that, hey, you guys have a mentor. Can you set up your team and give us, and we can mentor our students? And I was really shocked that people are thinking that way because I was working alone at that time. And he told me that if you're not going to partner with us, then your posters, because there was a plan that I'll be coming there also. And I was planning to go Africa and teach students. But he mentioned that you cannot do this alone. You have to partner with us. I was okay to partner, but that 51% is like majority of the shares, I can say. It was too much. Then I say I can't do it. So I stopped there. But so I still have that particular Ghana group. But I take sessions online only, and they say that I think they have talked to their professor and seniors also, and they mentioned that I cannot come there to take those sessions offline. But yeah, I'm getting again the opportunities from somewhere else in Africa, so that is good.
Cool. Very cool. Let's talk about your 2025 plan. So you're launching 12 platforms, which is a hefty undertaking. What number are you on now? It's going to be June.
May.
It's May.
Yeah.
It's going to be June very soon here. How many platforms have you created so far?
So currently, 3 platforms are live currently. Okay. And we are working on the 4th platform and the 5th platform. 4th platform is still in development. 5th platform is, I can say, just structuring the whole things to start the development part. Previously, my plan was to just keep it alone. Like the focus to start this 12 platform, 12 months was just to learn the skills.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm working in a company, in UK based company, and they are working on a scalability. So I haven't worked in any company that is that scalable level. So I learned there like 2-3. I worked there and understood like there are so much of tech things which I didn't know. Then in Jan, I planned that let's start a new thing to understand myself. I started 12 platforms, 12 months. And the first app didn't work well. I launched it on Product Hunt and shared on LinkedIn also. But it has around like 5 stars on Product Hunt till now. Like it's been like 4 to 5 months also. And I haven't marketed it also over internet. But second app, that is explainGitHub, which was like, I think 20,000 or 18,000 hit. It was in 24 hours on the site. And I was really shocked that because I haven't shared it anywhere else. Like it was shared on the Product Hunt and on my LinkedIn profile. And I have around like 1,600 connections only. So I was really shocked. And then I got DM'd also that, hey, can you add this feature also? This is quite good. And someone was praising me also, hey, this is not made before. And someone was asking what is the difference with ChatGPT. Then I shared him the answer also. And so I understood that people are praising it and people want more things, like add some new features, add some integrations. And then I started hiring some, because I'm an AI guy and I don't know how to make a website like at that level. Okay. I used only AI to make both the websites, that is explainGitHub and the first step, that is Sarkari Samadhan. I used the AI. So only issue currently with the AI. So there is a platform that is called as Cursor AI. Okay. Using Cursor AI, you can just prompt your thing that, hey, make a website for this, and it will make it. Okay. It is quite good for if you're making a single page website, like a portfolio site or like a landing page. Okay. But if you're trying to integrate front end, back end, and authentication and everything, and it is also complicated, then you will be stuck. And if you're not a developer there, and I made the whole website in like 1 week. It took me 3 days to make the website. It took me 4 days to debug everything. Okay, so everything was done in 3 days, but the whole errors, whole like I can say complications of the structure of the whole repository was too much complicated because I'm not the professional guy, so I have to understand how to do this. I was just asking, hey, resolve this, hey, resolve this, hey, resolve this. And AI is just like, hey, you have to resolve this. I will resolve this, but I will disturb this part also. So you have to resolve this also. So I'll be just stuck in that loop.
Like getting in there and actually playing with the code and understanding like what was causing the errors and okay.
Yeah. So finding that issue was not very helpful for me because I didn't know the JS up at professional level. I don't have that experience. Third thing, the third app, which is like RepoFlicks, which is so that platform is my favorite platform, I can say, which I'm trying to launch. It is trying to replace the LinkedIn and Instagram. Not LinkedIn, mostly Instagram, because so my ideology was that we mostly waste our time on LinkedIn also and Instagram also. Right. On LinkedIn also, people are like, hey, thank you for this opportunity, and hey, comment and not interested and everything like that. Interested, job and everything, promoting the courses and everything. But RepoFlicks will be like sharing open source project. Open source project is simply like, I think you have that idea of open source project, right? Just let me give you a glimpse also about open source project. So have you heard of like DeepSeek?
Oh, well, let I have, but tell our audience what DeepSeek is.
Yeah. Okay. So DeepSeek was the AI model made by the Chinese company. And later on, they open sourced it, just like the Meta open source the Llama model also. So when you open source any model or open source any project, anyone can just download it and use it in their system. Okay. In future, if Instagram is open sourcing their Instagram whole app, I can just download it and do the changes and deploy it somewhere. People can use it. Okay. So mostly the tech people, tech enthusiast people, or like the professionals also, they mostly focus on the hey, if there is any open source project or not. Because open source is so much secure because you will download it, it will be deployed on your server. The data, the authentication, everything will be with you only, not anywhere else. Okay. So in RepoFlicks, just like the Instagram, just like LinkedIn, you will have the scrolling feature because we have that, I can say, we have adapted that feature because we have that, like, let's scroll on YouTube Shorts also, on TikTok also, on Instagram also. So RepoFlicks will be a platform where you will scroll, but it will all be the open source projects only. You cannot upload any Instagram dance reel or TikTok trends. It will be only the open source projects. And it will be have you can add your YouTube videos, you can add your images, you can add a description about, you can talk about it. There will be a discussion forum for every open source project. You can just upvote and you can find what is the current trending open source project. Because if you are not a tech professional, okay, and if I'm sharing any open source project, hey, just go to the GitHub and see how this looks. You will not understand what is this because you have to go to the code and you don't know the codings. But with RepoFlicks and integration with explainGitHub, you will have the interest to understand how open source project works. At the same time, you can chat about the open source project. Hey, what this open source project can do, how it can help me, or how to install it, how to do it, and everything. You will get whole guidance at the same time. And you will not waste your time on LinkedIn or Instagram.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? You've got a million things going on. So, but
yeah,
I know for myself when I always have like this backlog of things like I'm going to do. So I definitely love to, kind of understand what's that next big dream of yours.
So currently my focus is to create all the 12 apps I have thought of. It might not take 1 year only because it will exceed the next year for sure. So my focus is that, and I think my focus is that only because those platforms which I have thought that I have written it on my desk also, all the 12 platforms with the features in my system in Notion. And it is not so much of like a small particular apps. It is so much of complicated. And my plan is not to just launch the app, let people use it. No, the plan is to make the platforms mostly for the enterprises. If I want to go big, I have to collaborate with the enterprises only. Just like so, if I'm so my recent app, that is the Explain GitHub.
Mhm.
The plan is to integrate it with the Slack and Jira. Most of the enterprises tech companies use Jira for the GitHub repository integration. So they can use the Explain GitHub also. So my mostly focus is on the enterprise level, but to go that level, I have to understand the individual problems, like the professional problems. Once I have that all, I can just add that and create a particular for the enterprises. So my focus currently in the 12 apps only, and also trying to take some sessions on the mentorship and the data science,
Okay.
because I am collaborating with some companies. I think 2-3 days ago I received a partnership offer from a catering company in India from a Bangalore, who is earning quite good, who is generating a quite good revenue. Uh, with they are profitable also. So they are trying to get me, but there is an issue, that is the timing, because I have to give them. I mean, I have mentioned that I can give time only on the weekends, but he was like, if you want to be a partner, you have to give your whole time, and that is fair. So yeah, there is a talk with another partners also. They are trying to collaborate with me. So yeah, that is the plan, to
Great.
collaborate and to be indulged in multiple type of companies, not in the tech only. So currently I'm in that catering company, trying to collaborate with the Africa company also for the offline education, trying to collaborate with the financial company also. So this is all things going add together.
So you have a bunch of niches. You have education, you have finance, and then I'm sorry, what was the last one that you mentioned?
Catering, food catering.
Catering. Very cool. Very cool. That's really unique. So that'll keep you busy. Definitely keep you busy. So with all of the different dynamics of your business, I have a couple of I guess structural questions.
Yeah.
For running your day to day, what are some of the tools that you can't live without that you have to just keep yourself organized?
Okay. For me personally, I mostly use the not I don't use the digital to-do list, I can say. I mostly use my paper and sticky notes. So if I'm traveling somewhere and if I have not any copy or like a diary, I buy sometimes and write all my thoughts at the same time. So I need to have A4 sheet with me always. So my whole desk is filled with the A4 sheets only and sticky notes everywhere. I have a billboard also where I have pinned everything. So I don't use the digital to-do list. For my team I use Discord. I always work on the Discord, how to collaborate with the team. Personally, I mostly use this only. Yeah.
Very cool. So I am a horrible tabs hoarder when it comes to like in my Google Chrome. How many tabs do you have open right now in your Google Chrome?
So currently, I have firstly the 4 accounts.
Uh-huh.
I use Microsoft Edge, and currently it is like around like where to count. Okay,
It's
so
ballpark.
one of that that is have 15, and one of that have 16, and one, and I think 13.
Okay, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think it
Yeah,
works.
because I have created all multiple profiles for every my use case. For PWM, I have different profile. For my personally, that is different. For my professional, that is different. So they all are different.
There's method to the madness.
Learned this on 4 years.
So final question, and again, thank you so much for just like having this conversation with me. I feel very privileged to just, you just willing to talk to me and
Yeah.
talk about this. If you could go back to 2020, what's the one thing that you would change or you do differently?
I would say that uh, try to talk people more. I don't talk much people on LinkedIn. I just say hi, I take help. If they take help, that's it. Stop. So I would prefer talk to people offline and online. try to talk a lot of people. So I have asked a lot of feedbacks, which has helped me a lot. But I have mostly asked feedback from the people I closely know, close on professional level also. But I should have talked on LinkedIn, and it would have given me more opportunity. Secondary, if you decide something, try to do at the 110% and then fail. I failed it around like at 20%. Hey, this is not working. Let's just change. So if you have to fail, let's just fail at the 100% only. Why to fail at 20%?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you taking again the time to.
What's this? Yeah. Thank you for considering me for this session.
Thanks for tuning in to Let's Start a Business. If this episode brought value, be sure to follow the show and share it with others on the entrepreneurial journey. For tools, insights, and the latest updates, visit linkedin.com/MEGEfficiencyEdge. Until next time, keep building, stay focused, and remember, no one builds alone.